Just for a minute, let's turn back time. Back to a time when pandemic meant little more than a strange arcade game where you try to murder everyone on the planet. Back before everyone tried to figure out who was among us. Back to the year of old, 2019. 2019 was only a couple years away, but my god, it feels as if the entire space-time continuum has been smacked harder than Spider-Man's ass in that one clip. So it may be hard to recall, but an amazing series came out in 2019. A series by the name of Chernobyl. This series was fantastic, covering the events of the worst nuclear disaster in our history in an entertaining, dramatic way that could captivate just about anybody. It did all this while remaining pretty damn close to the true events, and only had a few embellishments here and there. The show was so damn good, in fact, that it appears to have inspired this. This game is called Chernobyl Liquidator Simulator. I was a little apprehensive when I first saw the game. It surely seems like an interesting topic to make a game about, but it's also one you wouldn't want to do wrong. But being a fan of the Chernobyl series, and really a fan of history in general, I had no option but to give this one a try. After launching a new game, you are shown a series of short clips with some haunting imagery. This will lay down some context for what you'll be dealing with. After that, you are dropped directly into the fray, showing up with Vasily and all the other firefighters trying to put down the flames in Block 4. I really don't think this is working. The atmosphere set up at the beginning of the game is amazing, taking the role of a firefighter who is facing an invisible, deadly threat that only the audience knows about, sets up an amazing bomb under the table. This same principle is what drove home Chernobyl in the opening acts. The audience knows what horrors were to come, while the characters on screen were completely unaware. See ya. Alright, we'll just chuck that. That'll be somebody else's problem later. As you progress through the scenario, you are constantly updated by a commander who keeps your character involved in the world. That's just not good.
Even from down here, we can see the bright light coming out of the chimney.
He serves as the exposition to the plot and a narrator of sorts. Although I think they rely too heavily on this narration for the storytelling. They have other plot devices that tell the story as well, but they don't really have a big role. They seem to serve more as collectibles rather than an actual plot device. Sort of like those thousands of log entries on computers in Fallout that are only read by maybe 15% of the player base. Ah, Kimov. I recognize that name. This game also seems to have a mixed idea of what direction it wanted to take, riding the line between realistic concerns and mechanics, and then straight up arcadey gameplay. One second I was concerned about avoiding radiation and worrying about having a harder time breathing due to a gas mask on, and the next I was becoming Faith from Mirror's Edge.
Such a... what? That's like a 15-foot drop, and I'm geared up in like probably 60 pounds worth of equipment. No. Like 100 pounds. I've got like 100 pounds of water on my back. And you just want me to jump 15 feet. Okay. Alright, apparently my guy is actually Conan or something. Oh god. No. Are you kidding me? No, my arm. No, god damn it. Can I do wall running too? I cannot do wall running as well.
I wouldn't necessarily say this takes away from the experience, or that developers should strictly take the game mechanics in one direction. It's just odd to note the slight tonal shifts I found when 1 minute I'm passing out on the ground due to what is presumably acute radiation syndrome. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh no, come on, man. And then waking back up an untold amount of time later to do more parkour and heavy equipment. See, I just genuinely feel like there's no way Pripyat is that big. There were scenes in this mission where I really saw what they were going for, and it looks promising. When the full game is released, I'm hoping it will take the same route that the show did, where we are presented with all sorts of different perspectives on the Chernobyl disaster, and experience them all in a similar fashion to the real-life counterparts. Although I'm hoping that future scenarios include more than just a narrator to walk us through the mission. I would like to see a situation where we get yelled at by Dyatlov, ordered to go get water running through the reactor.
I tried calling for the electricians.
I don't give a shit about the panel. I need water in my reactor core.
And even though the situation is futile, we You must make decisions on where to go, how to get there, and work with the fellow crew to do it. I think there's a good potential for an interactive, story-driven game here, where the player can really get into the role of a liquidator. Until then, this mission was a pretty cool experience, and I'm looking forward to what comes next with this game. Thank you so much to those who stuck with me here on this video. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon, and I'll see you later.